In this video, we will cover 7 steps to creating a coaching culture within organizations and how to make that happen through what we call the ripple effect. The ripple effect happens when senior leaders set up the conditions for everyone to receive regular coaching. This includes and often starts with themselves. Senior leaders need many different styles of leadership, and coaching is one of those. It's not an approach that comes easy to everyone, and often it's necessary to hire qualified leadership and executive coaches to provide senior leaders with coaching and training on how to do this. Often, the best way to learn how to coach is to be coached. A good coaching program will help participants grow in self-awareness and emotional intelligence, as well as develop important competencies for leading others. That's the important first step of our 7 steps. Next, there needs to be some level of consistency across the senior leadership team in order for everyone else to understand what coaching looks like in practice and what's expected of them when they, in turn, coach others. This is why the second step is to ensure that the organization adopts a simple coaching framework that is used by everyone. An easy way to do this is to create a standard coaching check-in template for formal sessions that's used right across the organization and then train leaders on how to use it. This may include questions as simple as what's going well for you? What challenges have you encountered? And what are your objectives for the coming month? And what steps are you planning to take to meet these objectives? We've just covered the formal element of coaching, but when we talk about a coaching culture, we are talking about a culture where developmental conversations become a natural part of every working day. One where leaders, managers, and peers spend time with one another, listening, asking, and learning. It's really important that your organization has a definition of coaching, and everyone understands the benefits and what it looks like in practice, both on the job and off the job. Moving to step number 4, we need to ensure that all managers receive training and coaching in order for them to turn around and coach their own teams effectively. So, when senior leaders are trained and have started to coach the people reporting to them, it's important that they put in place the same supports for managers and supervisors at all levels, so we get that ripple effect and culture we spoke about at the start. Let's explore steps 5 and 6, which are linked. Step 5 is to encourage people to take some ownership of their own development and create space to be coached. It may be the responsibility of managers to arrange 2 formal coaching sessions per month for their direct reports, for example, but every person can also be expected to seek out coaching while on the job. This requires managers to be accessible and to spend time out of their office and in the place where work happens. Step 6 is to incorporate some self-assessment of role-based competencies into the formal coaching check-ins. We want everyone to be aware of the competencies that are linked to their role so that they can continuously develop themselves in these areas. In time, this may lead to people feeling more comfortable getting 360-degree feedback to support their ongoing growth. Finally, step 7 is a reminder to understand that coaching practice involves two-way feedback and action planning. Managers need feedback on their performance too, and so they can use coaching moments to ask and listen to that feedback from time to time. Before the end of a coaching interaction or session, it's also a good idea to note down any actions agreed so they can be revisited in the next interaction. This is how we support people to develop incrementally in their role. Let's remind ourselves of the 7 steps to creating a coaching culture. First, use qualified coaches to train and coach the top team of senior leaders. This gives every senior leader a shared understanding of what coaching really is and the benefits. Next, adopt a simple coaching framework and train every manager to use it. This should blend formal with informal daily coaching and provide managers with guidance on expectations. At the same time, senior leaders must role model effective coaching practices and spend time coaching the managers reporting to them. That ripple effect happens when every manager receives regular coaching from their own line manager, and they begin to follow the same practices with their own teams. An important part of creating a coaching culture is to set the expectation that every person has a responsibility to look after their own development, and every person must make space to be coached and seek out coaching. This expectation should be set from day 1. In formal coaching sessions, it's a good idea to incorporate a self-assessment of role-based competencies. This helps everyone to gain clarity on the knowledge, skills, attitude, and behavior that's expected in their role, and provides them with regular opportunities to reflect on their strengths and areas for development. Once introspection is a regular practice, 360-degree feedback can be offered to further develop self-awareness and reality test people's perceptions of themselves. And finally, coaching is a two-way conversation, so it's important to remember that it's an opportunity for the person doing the coaching to get feedback on their leadership. Finally, to ensure that coaching leads to individual development over time, keep a brief record of what was discussed and any actions agreed. That way, actions can be revisited and impacts can be recorded. That's it for this video. If you would like more information on coaching, take a look at some of our related videos on managing underperformance, giving and receiving feedback, and facilitating effective one-to-ones.